So, we're here to talk about social business today. What is social business? Take the next little bit and Google what social business is. You should be able to come up with two definitions, or at least hopefully two definitions. You find anything? The first definition, actually, that you'll probably find on Wikipedia or in a regular Google search is about society and how society businesses are impacted. Now, let's take that. Is that really what our culture is becoming about? No. What is the biggest societal trend? That we all have our smartphones. And with our smartphones, we're looking at um, pretty much becoming engaged in technology everywhere we go, social media wise. That is social media. Now, why is it that when you Google social media or social business, that you only find information on the former definition that I gave you? It's because social business from an IT point of view is so new, so recent. Think about when you first got Twitter. It was probably within the last 5 years. Facebook was probably within the last 10. These technologies haven't been around that long. The concept of social business has not been around that long. Now, what are some reasons why people use social networks? The one is personal reasons. We want to go on Facebook, want to connect with our friends, show photos. Businesses do the same thing. They want to do the exact same thing, which leads us into reason number two, business to customers. Businesses want to communicate with us. Think of the pages that you like on Facebook. Think of the things that you follow on Twitter and you tweet at. Those companies are starting to engage their customers, and that's why they're using them. They want to have those constant interactions with us. Reason number three, networking. Again, very similar to the second one, but we've got businesses that are not just going after customers, but after other businesses, vendors, suppliers, third parties, to try and establish those relationships and maintain them for a longer period of time. And the fourth one is marketing. Now, marketing is twofold because you've got people that are liking a certain topic. So let's say that you are a fan of Nike shoes. So I've gone on Twitter and I've looked at Nike. And I got Nike right here. And in the last couple chances that I've looked at Nike, all I can see is that Nike is trying to sell shoes right now, and people are bidding on them through Twitter. This is social business. We've got a new Nike Air Zoom Alpha Talon football cleat size 13 for $25, and it's indicating to me that there's no bids. And as I wait here, and just as I read that to you, 20 new tweets came into Nike. That's how big that their scale is right now. So when people are all liking Nike and following Nike, they're segmenting themselves. How easy is it for Nike to reach out to just those people that want Nike apparel? Instead of just trying to hit all people aged 18 to 24, they're hitting all people aged 18 to 24 that already like Nike. It's so much easier for them to do it that way. It's convenient for the teams and organizations. Think about musicians. Let's say you like Lady Gaga, so you like her page on Facebook. If you're going to sell Lady Gaga tickets, where are you first going to hit up? Probably the people that already like Lady Gaga. There's no point in going anywhere else. And then we've got an example of this where Dell, they were tweeting about their computers and they were fixing them because people were complaining and selling them back to Dell. So Dell refurbished these computers and then sold them via Twitter, similar to what's happening right now with Nike. And this initiative that Dell did strictly alone made $6.5 million just on Twitter selling refurbished laptops and computers and technology to people. Now, I'm pretty sure the ROI on that initiative was pretty good. Let's talk about pros of social business. The first one is interaction. Again, we're having constant interaction with businesses and customers. Again, here on my phone, to keep using Nike, we've got Nike now, tweeting back in all different languages. We've even got, look at that. Look at that. All different languages that Nike is speaking with people all over the world. And that's another pro that I'm about to mention is that social media doesn't have boundaries. It can be anytime, anywhere. It's borderless. You don't have to wait for inventory because you can just buy online. You can conduct business online whenever you want. This person is tweeting about a Nike product. He just ran 5 kilometers with Nike Plus. All of this is an interaction that fans have and customers have with businesses and brands. And when a problem occurs, such as the Dells, look at that, social business. And when problems occur with the products that people are selling, such as the Dell computers, they can solve it publicly, which gives them a better image. And again, this is very important. It's easy touch points to talk to people. Again, doing the interactions, and then it's not restricted by inventory. Now, what are some negatives? Okay, well, at this point in time, in 2013, heading into 2014, it's too late for brands and companies to take a wait and see approach about social media. We know it works. We know that that's the trend. Again, as I mentioned, everyone has a phone. They have to go that way. They have to go that route. Windows has took the wait and see approach. They fell behind and they had to catch up by creating their phone and their tablet really quickly. Okay? We also have developing organizations, as they're classified by a survey that I read, saw below average improvement in their success when they use social media. And this was because it was believed that they were focusing too much on social media. Now, I think new companies, because they're from a younger generation, want to incorporate social media because that's what they do personally. But we have to remember that this is just one aspect. And at this point in time, it's a very small aspect. It's not going to save your company and it's not going to create a company, but it can help enhance if used appropriately, which is what leads me to my final point in this video, is the warnings. Okay? It will not save your company and it will not create your company. The only other problem with that is that there's easy access to it. If you're Nike, do you think Adidas, Reebok, Under Armour have Twitter accounts? Yeah. You think that they're interacting with their customers just as well? They could be. Just as much? Could be. Are they selling products? Probably. So the model is very similar. So it's all about how brands differentiate themselves. How are they targeting those segments that I spoke about earlier? If they've already said that we like Nike, why do they like Nike? Is it because Nike is a fun brand to be around? Is it exciting? Okay, brands like contact lenses, Lysol wipes. It's not exciting. It's not exciting. How do you have a Twitter account for Lysol? Okay, but that's what brands have to do, and that's what's going to make you the big bucks if you can figure out how to interact with customers in a successful way. And that's just my final thing, is you have to humanize. You have to humanize your brand. So, thank you. If you have any questions, I'll field them now.